Hey guys, so if you're watching this video, we are getting ready to start Inventor using the 3D software. But before we get started actually making parts, I need to go over a few things about the software and the interface. So what I would like you guys to do is, on the desktop, you should see the desktop icon, and it is a capital I, this orange I here, Autodesk Inventor. Double click on that and open up the software. Mine's already set and ready to roll. Here you can see that I already have recently used or recently made parts. Yours is blank obviously, but don't worry. Once you start creating parts, easy access to them is right here. Before we get started doing anything, we need to make sure that we set up a folder for your projects, okay, for all the work that we're going to do. So we're going to go to Projects. We're going to go to New. Make sure we're in New Single User Project. Select Next. And from here, we can label and name our project folders. Okay. So I would like you guys to name this one 3D Mechanical. And then double check that it's going into a folder that you guys know and can access. Okay, so it's telling me it's users, my name, it's going into my documents, the Inventor folder, and then my 3D Mechanical folder. Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot of things, different folders to keep track of. So you can hit this little button over here, and you can come and see the exact folders that you have available. And so you can select your name. Hit that drop down, scroll down until you find like your documents, click on your documents, hit OK, and it'll go in that folder. I've already created several documents, so I'm just going to go ahead and hit cancel, but make sure you select OK once you feel comfortable. Alright. Click next, click finish, and you will have your project folder made. I'm going to hit cancel because I already have made them, all my folders. As you can see here, I have the 3D Mechanical and it's showing. You can select done. Okay. Now, I do want you guys watching the videos under Learn. It'll cover a few things under Part, Assembly, and Drawing. We will use all of these files, but right now we're just going to worry about a part. Okay. The next thing I want you guys to do is go into Tools. Application Options, and from here we have a couple things that we need to look at and possibly change. The first thing I want you guys to look at is hardware. Look and see what level of performance we are on. Right now I have mine selected on the performance. Let's go ahead and all select performance right now. Quality will give us our highest quality realistic visualization of our parts. However, it can lag the software. And you guys aren't really using it to go ahead and look at like some really high functioning parts. And we'll talk about that at a later date. If you're able to download the student version at home, and your computer might not quite have the specs needed to run this at full capacity, you can go ahead and select conservative or just software graphics, and that will allow you to use the program and not lag the computer. Okay. So once that is verified, the next thing I would like you to go into is Sketch. Make sure that we're on standard. I do want you to have minor grid lines and axes is checked. The other thing I want you to check is make sure that snap to grid is checked. And come down here and look at the auto project parts and make sure that that one is checked as well. Okay, just kind of mirror what I have right here. Okay. The next thing I want you to check is the display, which is the one that we come in on. Under the display quality, you can select, and let's go ahead and make sure we're on smoother. Our CPU and graphics card and everything should run and handle this just fine. And then the last thing here is go into color. And then I would like you guys to select presentation mode right now. And I would like you to make sure that the background is one color. You can do a gradient, you can do some images back there, but as of right now, I think the best thing is to have a plain white background so you guys can really see your the parts that you're creating. We also have, like, I think it's the default is winter day or winter night. It's like a light blue type color. We can switch it up at a later date, but let's go ahead and go with those right now. Once we have all those set and I feel everything's comfortable, I just want to go ahead and check a couple things real quick. Yep, we should be good. Once we do that, go ahead and select apply. And then you can go ahead, if you need to, go ahead and close out the window. But make sure you hit apply before you do so. All right. I'm going to go ahead and hit close because I've already have mine set up the way it needs to. And then now we can go ahead and start working with the part. Go into part. Go ahead and start a sketch. And then what I want to show you is once we select our plane, we have several different planes to choose from. We have the XY plane is like the front face plane. We've talked a lot about front faces. This one is basically going to be your best bet to be able to keep control of your object and make sure you know when you need to go back to home. Home is a pretty obvious view. Okay, so go ahead and select that. And now you can see that it updated. Now we have the line tool, the circle tool. You have arc and rectangle. We will get into the fillet. If you hit the drop down, we have the chamfer. Here's your text tool, the point. We will use all of this. I will talk to you guys about projecting your geometry. And then you can see here we have trim, we have extend, we have a split, we have offset and stretch. We will use rectangular, circular, and the mirror. You will dimension. And here are constraints. And we'll get into this a little bit later. This can get quite confusing, okay? And then we do have a couple things here that we're going to use. All right, so we will use construction lines just as if we were sketching. And again, we have the center point that we'll use, okay? Over here is the navigation cube with the arrows. And here we have other options for navigating. So we have an orbit, or a free orbit. Here we have the pan tool, which is like a hand that will move around. And here we have the zoom window. Notice that it gives you the shortcut Z. Okay. And on pan, the shortcut for pan is if your wheeler or the wheel on your mouse, you can push that down and you'll be able to pan around. Okay. Your orbit will allow you to orbit around. If you hold the shift key down, you can, as you can see, I'm getting all cattywampo, and it'll make more sense when we have an object. Now that I've got it all messed up, if I just come up here, click on my home, click my front face, and it'll reset back to where I was. Okay. Anyway, guys, I think that is a good start as far as looking at the interface. You guys are going to watch those videos. That should help you out. The next video, we are actually going to get into actually start building our parts. So I hope you guys enjoy. I hope it's not too confusing. Let me know if you have any questions, all right? Peace out.